full of stars. We'll make some plans, take my jet black hand-me-down Jeep, and we can leave it in park. Living like a king on a blue-collar budget, living on love, cause it's all we ever wanted. We have it all and we don't need nothing. Us making love makes me feel like a millionaire. Can't put a price on that kind of loving. We have it all, and we don't need nothing. And that's something. That little red dress hit me like a top shelf, but we're just sipping cheap wine. Feels like I'm flying with a first class ticket. Yeah, just to know that you're mine. I ain't big and rich in a stretched limousine, but I'm certified gold when you're riding with me. Yeah, we have it all and we don't need nothing. Us making love makes me feel like a millionaire. Can't put a price on that kind of loving. We have it all, and we don't need nothing. You're all I want, and I got what I got, but there's just one thing I can't get enough of. We have it all, and we don't need nothing. Us making love makes me feel like a millionaire. This truck, this night's all we need, right? We have it all, and we don't need. We have it all, and we don't need nothing. Us making love makes me feel like a millionaire. Can't put a price on that kind of loving. We have it all, and we don't need nothing. And that's something. We have it all. This truck, this night's all we need. We have it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world.
Monday, I was dragging like a rusty old wagon. Tires all flying, got it down back. This late night red eye, overtime habit. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. Put my lips on a long neck, drink a little of my paycheck. Jackpot jukebox when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back like a Kodak, and I'm smiling 'cause you're right on time. And finally, hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. kiss you. Too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst or two and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance, staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you.
Her name is Shayna G with the Friday Anthem song for the Tim Kelly Show from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. It is New Music Friday. I've got the best in new country music for you for the next 3 hours. We're going to party tonight and get you ready for the weekend. And my good friend Jonathan Williams from Canada kicking off tonight with a brand new single called Have It All. He's also got a great radio program that I just added to the syndicated radio tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. It is called Canada's Hot New Country. Go check it out. His radio player is at the very bottom of the syndicated radio tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Jonathan Williams. No H in Jonathan either. If you want to try to find him, give him a like and a follow as well. And also, I've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight. Michael Hinton from Hutchinson, Kansas will join me in hour number 1. We're going to talk about some old vintage tractors and preserving America's heritage and getting ready to celebrate 250 years of it come this July 4th. That is going to be an awesome interview. You don't want to miss that one. And then in hour number 2, my good friend Dave Edwards from the state of Texas in a replay of an interview from last year that I got from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. You'll love that one as well. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the radio stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, Down the Road Radio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, 957 hotandfunkyradio.com, KDubRadio.com, Boone Country Radio in Canada, TexasBrewRadio.com back in Texas, and the Music Room in the UK. You can also stream the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming formats like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, all of them. Wherever you stream your music, just search The Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to New Country's Best. This next gentleman is Gary Wade. Gary Wade Music on Facebook, and his song is called Who I Wanted to Be on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I could remember when I was young. I didn't have a clue what I was looking for, but I felt something deep in me, and all I could think about was singing to a beat. Yeah, I would sing a little too loud, but I would soon realize what it was all about. I'd turn on the radio when sang way out loud. It was just the music in me. I'd dream of being a star, playing my air guitar. Right then I could clearly see exactly who I wanted to come and gone. And it's funny how that feeling remains so strong. But now I'm singing to a different beat, 'cause what was once a dream's now reality. Now before I head out on stage, I would just crack a smile and go back to that day that I turn on the radio with sing way off note. It was just the music in me. I dream of being a star, playing my air guitar. Right then I could clearly see exactly who I wanted to be. In my heart I always knew that God had plans for me. And now I'm a superstar, playing the real guitar. And now I can clearly see that this is who I wanted to be. That this is who I wanted to be. Who I wanted to be.
End of the week, turn it up, let it play. Tim Kelly's on, it's your favorite day. Fresh tracks rolling down your way. New voices singing, gonna make you stay. It's the Tim Kelly Show, new music Friday. Best new indie country all day. Turn that dial, don't you go away. The Tim Kelly Show, new music Friday.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I pulled into town outside of New York City. Blurry eyes and a message I could hardly read. She had the baby maybe yesterday morning. Was a little girl looking just like me. But she don't want anything from me. Said something about accountability. All my second chances have run dry, but I don't think I can leave this one behind. I'm running with the devil on my shoulder, never knowing just where I belong. Wondering if I'll ever get to hold her. I'm not sure, but I don't like the odds. Struggling with what I'm gonna do. Never been the guy to see things through. Always making all the big mistakes. Maybe she's the chance that I should take. running with the devil on my shoulder, never knowing just where I belong. Wondering if I'll ever get to hold her. I'm not sure, but I don't like the odds. Head is spinning all around in circles. Why'd I have to be the one who hurt her? Maybe in the morning I'll head back, be the daddy that I never had. Running with the devil on my shoulder, never knowing just where I belong. Wondering if I'll ever get to hold her. I'm not sure, but I don't like the odds. I'm not sure, but I don't like the odds. Maybe this time I can beat the odds.
He is making his radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. His name is Dave Kudrak. It is C-U-D-R-A-K. Dave Kudrak has a music page on Facebook. Go give it a like and a follow and get that song right there. It's great. It's called Devil on My Shoulder. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to play 2 more songs, and then we're going to have the first radio interview of the evening with Michael Hinton from Hutchinson, Kansas. We're going to talk tractors and a whole bunch of other good stuff, and we're going to play that great song, Talking Tractors, here in just a little bit. Madison Sharp is the director of new artist promotions for the state of Missouri. She's got a great song called Parting Water, and then following her, Zachary Tyler with the Zachary Tyler Band and Cherry Shine. Coming up now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
What day is it? Can you tell me where I've been? Am I home now? Did the nightmare finally end? 'Cause I've been my biggest enemy. Won't you wake me in the morning? I think I need some sleep. And won't you come down with me? Wrap me in your arms. Oh, but please don't leave. 'Cause I promise I'll make better choices next time. But sometimes I need an escape from my mind. Just fine. Oh, you know I'll try to hide it, but I want saved this time. it here. Somebody please let me out. 'Cause these wicked games I'm playing are over now. 'Cause I made it out, I made it out alive. I thank God for parting water to help me fly. I made it here, and I'm finally out. These wicked games I've been playing are over now.
This hour of The Tim Kelly Show is sponsored by Aaron Boltinghouse Music. Check out Aaron Boltinghouse Music on the sponsors page at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and at Aaron Boltinghouse on YouTube.
I've been known to drink from time to time. Sour mash, whiskey, vodka, Dave's Cherry
You know what that means? Fresh tracks rolling in, chasing big small town dreams. The Tim Kelly Show, new music Friday. Turn it up loud, let the new stars play. Indie country gold coming your way. The Tim Kelly Show, new music Friday.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and I've got some great radio interviews on the program tonight. Now, the next songs you're going to hear are taken from the KICR Songwriter Showcase, and I want to interview Mike Hinton tonight, who is a great songwriter, and you've got some great stories to tell, and we want to hear them. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Tim. Thanks for having me on the show this evening.
You're welcome. Thanks for being a part of the program and a part of the KICR Songwriter Showcase. And you come to us from Hutchinson, Kansas.
I do, yes. Born and raised Kansan. Over the years, my wife and I have kind of lived throughout the Midwest, but Kansas is home. Actually, not Hutchinson, just down the road in Newton. But yeah, I now live and reside in Hutch.
How about that? And I was telling you, I went to school from Fort Scott, Kansas, and
Yes, sir.
1981 was my graduate year, so I'm an old man. But
Well, I'm right there with you.
Yep.
I graduated in 84.
84,
so, yep.
awesome. I tell you what, growing up in Kansas, and you've got a great song we're going to talk about tonight called Talking Tractors. You used to see all these farmers going down the road that wave at you driving a tractor or a big combine and stuff
Oh,
like
I
that.
did.
Man, just
All-
good country people.
All through my childhood, I did. My family had a hobby farm outside of Newton and Walton, Kansas, and my grandfather was a row crop farmer. So, yeah, I've been exposed to that pretty much all my life, and I work
Yep.
in agriculture today, so yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of working in agriculture, you are actually a member of the Agricultural Hall of Fame.
I am, yes. That came about just last year in October. I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and what an amazing experience. And to get nominated and then inducted, they had antique tractors outside the Hall of Fame there in Bonner Springs, Kansas, and the whole evening was just something I could never fathom or imagine, but it was truly special.
That is awesome. Now, I was in the Branson tornado in 2012, and we were right behind the old car museum there in Branson. And
Oh, yeah.
me and my brother rode it out underneath that parking garage underneath because it was all concrete. And I said, let's go get in there. But they had some antique tractors in there, and actually a brush hog fell out of the back of it and hit the concrete before.
Oh, my gosh.
Right after the tornado was over, it blew that whole back wall out, and we heard that thing hit the concrete, and it was
Wow.
crazy loud. But yeah, I've always loved those old antique tractors and the tires before they even had air in the tires and all that kind of cool
Yep.
stuff. That's neat.
Steel wheels, absolutely.
So where did your love for all of that kind of stuff come from?
Well, again, it kind of stems back to my childhood and growing up out in rural Kansas. And then, like I say, my grandfather was a row crop farmer. But, about 17 years ago, my family and I were living in Missouri out in the Mark Twain Forest, essentially. And we had several acres and started with one antique tractor and grew to three. And I guess to back that up, my wife's dad, my father-in-law, has a collection of his own antique tractors, and we thought, well, they live in Kansas. When they came out to visit, that would give him something to do, and it just spawned from there. I was invited by the city to host a tractor show, something I hadn't done before, and it just took on a statewide as well as a national presence, and it has ever since, like I say, early 2009, 2010, clear up through today.
Yeah. And speaking of that, you established National Tractor Preservation Day back in 2010, I believe, right?
I did, yes. Yes,
So,
I did.
That's awesome.
And again, that was all about bringing awareness to America's agricultural heritage and vintage tractors themselves. So,
Yep.
yes.
That's pretty cool. We'll talk about where their folks can find all of that on your website here in just a little bit, because there's a YouTube link there, and they can go check out the videos to
There
that
is.
too. And I interviewed a buddy of mine, Gary West, last week, and he's big into racing cars now, but he's also fantastic at country music. And I've done many interviews with him, so I'm scrolling on your website. find out you know Gary West, and I was like, that's probably where this connection come from tonight.
It is indeed. Gary and I are great friends. We've been friends. Well, we became acquainted about 9 years ago, back again when my family were living not in Missouri, but up in Minnesota. And we went to a Gary West concert, and actually several of them, and Gary and I kind of took off talking, and here we are now in 2026, and we're friends today and partnering today. So
that's cool. I love it. Small world, I tell you. I say that all the time in this independent music community. It's a big community, but everybody helps everybody out. They kind of know each other eventually, or meet each other, and that's just really cool. Now, Gary West drives another vehicle in the wintertime besides race cars. He's a big snowmobile driver too.
Yes, he is.
I've seen many of those videos on Facebook where he's driving the snowmobile around. They get a bunch of it up there in Minnesota.
They do, and I was just going to say I can acknowledge that 100%, having lived up there for about 5 years, and that's the one mode of transportation that you need.
Right, absolutely. You know what? We were rabbit hunting one time in Kansas outside of Fort Scott. We got stuck in a vehicle, and a guy in a snowmobile came along. We had that much snow in Kansas that time, and he came along and kind of rescued us and helped us get our car out of the ditch. So.
Oh, yeah. I can remember some times in my childhood where we had some deep snow.
Yep,
so
absolutely. Now, growing up in that farm community, you know, the farmers, I mean, without them, we don't eat, right?
That's exactly right.
My mom, a kid that I used to go to school with, his parents had a dairy farm. She used to get the milk and all of that off the farm, and then churn the butter, you know, and all of that kind of stuff. We did that growing up as kids too. That is a really neat way of life that needs to be preserved, isn't it?
And that was my grandfather as well. Not only was he a row crop farmer, but he was a dairy farmer. And I can honestly tell you, still today, if there's the one smell that I absolutely love, is a dairy farm.
Yep.
It's just resonated with me all my life.
That's awesome. And I'll tell you what, I love a lot of dairy products. Now, a lot of people can't handle them, you know, the lactose intolerant and all of that. But, you know, when I go to Baskin Robbins, I want to try all 31 flavors. That's just me.
There you go.
And down in Oklahoma, I lived there for 20 years, and out of Tuttle, Oklahoma, is actually where Brahms is from.
You got Brahms.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you guys have never been to a Brahms, man, go check one out. You're missing out.
Oh, they're amazing. We've got them here in Kansas, too.
Yep. Now, you actually, for a living, sell the farm implements and things, don't you?
Well, I actually don't. I work for a company that's a developer software company for agribusinesses.
Okay.
We develop accounting software for your grain elevators and co-ops, and as well as grain bin management software.
Okay, gotcha. I had a buddy in Lufkin, Texas, and he used to work at a bank here in Branson for about 19, 20 years, and then he went to Texas, and he sold his farm implement company. He used to do that too, and sell the big tractors and combines and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're kind of more on the technical side of it then.
On the technical side, but then I'm on the heritage side when I come home in the evening. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. And you probably, you know, with your interest in music, and there's a bunch of them in Kansas, these festivals in the summertime, you know, to go listen to some live country music and things like that, you know, and you got old car shows that I love going to. There, Ark City, Kansas, just north of Wichita, they used to have a really good one. I lived there for a while when I married my first wife before we went back to Oklahoma. And,
sure, I'm familiar with that one.
So yeah, you got a lot of cool car shows and tractor shows. I bet you've been to a bunch of them.
Been to countless ones of them, yes.
Yep, absolutely. Is there one so memorable that you're like you put that on your bucket list and have to go every year or anything like that?
Oh, gee, you know, I'll tell you about, it's been maybe 2 or 3 years ago. There is a International Harvester Red Power Roundup show, and they get about 400 plus tractors, and it's a show that moves all over the country every year. And my father-in-law and I went to that just here a couple years ago, and I tell you, you got 400 plus tractors to look at, and it's a memorable show.
That's awesome. Speaking of shows, I'm looking at your website here. It says you did a podcast called Heart, Horsepower, and Harmony with Lori Boyer, and she is the 2023 National Association of Farm Broadcasting Farm Broadcaster of the Year. I did not know there was such thing as farm broadcasting.
And I tell you, Lori's a great friend, just equally as so as with Gary, yeah.
I've watched farm reports and stuff like that on the news, and I don't have any agriculture stock in anything, and I don't keep up with the cow prices or the beef prices or any of that. Those are kind of boring, but I bet that was a lot of fun doing what
a lot of fun.
Doing what you do in your love for tractors.
Yeah, and honestly, that's where this song, came about. We were on that podcast together, and close to the end of that podcast, Lori said, Michael, you need a song. And, actually as I shared on the podcast, the idea of this song has been on my mind for several years. And then it resurfaced when Lori brought that up during the podcast. And it just felt like, the time was now. And honestly, that song literally wrote itself. So, yeah.
Wow. I've heard that a lot about songwriters. The song's out there. It's just, God's helping you put it together. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an idea that you have, and you wake up at 3:00 in the morning and you're like, man, I got to write this down. And
that's me. That's literally what I did. I told my wife, I said, I'm pulling my notes out, and just started getting them all compiled and just put it down on paper.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Now, I put you in the Songwriter Showcase with one song, but after some people get in there, they're like, okay, I'm going to test the waters on this thing, and then they send me more music, and now some of them have 50 or 100 songs on their players. So that might be you. You might have more in the can down the road that are just waiting to be recorded, huh?
Funny you should mention that. I've already started thinking of things how I could expand upon that first song. So that's on my list as well. And I don't leave a lot of dust underneath my feet. So when something comes to mind, I get after it. So yeah.
We were talking about that, how busy both of us are before we got on here, and so. But it's a nice busy, isn't it? Doing what you love to do.
It is a nice busy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tell us about how that interest started. How did you get interested in songwriting?
Well, I started out again back in 2009 with this website and developing the National Antique Tractor Preservation Day. And I got to tell you, I love country music. I get up, I have a normal routine. I'm up very, very early Sunday mornings, typically about 4 a.m. And from about 4 to 6:30 in the morning, I'm listening to music. And I'm always looking for sounds and songs that really speak to me, and I save every one of them. I find I have a library of music that I've saved and created, and I think that spawned a lot of this as well. But then also the fact that I have the website, and I know how that makes a connection with farmers and with America, and I just wanted to give one. I always say I do want to give something back, and I just thought it was missing something, and that's where this whole song came about. And I've had it on my mind for years. I've had these notes, like I said, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this, and it really has a lot of the heart in me in that song. So
that is awesome. I'm looking at the bottom of the website now, and you've got a lot of people that are talking about how they purchased these old vintage tractors, a 1942 Farmall, a 1941, all those kind of cool things. And man, that's our heritage right there, isn't it?
It is our heritage, absolutely. And I have one myself. I actually, as I said, back when we lived in Missouri, I had 3 of them, but the interesting story on that is I bought my very first tractor, first or second, from a farmer in Iowa, and we were living in Missouri. And we then moved on to Minnesota after several years in Missouri, and on our move back home to Kansas, I sold that tractor, and the purchase of that tractor has a whole nother story. I wrote a contract to the farmer, and the farmer called me and said, hey, we're just farmers in Iowa. I've never had a contract for a tractor in my life, but I'll sign it. But here just this past year, his wife died, the farmer's wife died, and I had sold that initial tractor that I bought from them back almost 17 years ago from him, again when we moved back to Kansas, and his wife died, and they were paying for some funeral expenses, and my wife spotted a tractor very much like the one I purchased from him 17 years ago online, and she told me, she said, you're not going to believe this tractor's for sale. It's from the same farmers in Iowa. So I called them immediately. I bought the tractor. I had it freighted here or driven here on a trailer from Iowa to Hutchinson, and I promised him I will never ever sell this tractor in my life. It has that special of a meaning to me. They have been like family to him. I didn't know these farmers from anyone 17 years ago, and we have stayed in touch all those many years. And then his wife passed, and so it's a memory of her. I bought that tractor, and I'll never let go of it.
That's wild. Now, in Hutchinson, Kansas, you're probably out there on some farmland and have that tractor. I don't know if it's in an old shed or a barn or something like that, kind of protected from the weather, because we do get that.
It's protected.
We do get that in Kansas and Missouri, don't we?
Yes, we do. And it's a nice restored tractor, too, so I'm
awesome.
definitely keeping it protected. So.
Awesome. Now, you're doing also some kind of tribute for our nation's 250th birthday, is that correct?
I am. Actually, it's the deadline on the tractors is coming up here just at the end of this week. But yes, I back in February, I was looking to do something to commemorate the America 250 celebration, and I thought, I've done tractor shows both here in Kansas as well as in Missouri, and I wanted to do something that involved America on a grander scale. And I thought, what about a tractor show for all of America, and how could I do that? So I created a program to where anyone, and what my goal is to get tractors in from every state, and they're coming in. I just picked up some more tractors at the post office today, but if they would paint a wooden tractor and include on it America 250, and then paint it like what's their agricultural heritage in the state in which they live, and include their state that they live in, then my goal is to put all of those out to where people can come see the tractors, and they'll be online. But I've developed this promotion where all they have to do is paint a wooden tractor, and I've gotten more requests and for information and more participants in that than I could possibly believe. My goal is to get one tractor from every state, and I'm not quite there yet, but they're coming in. I got some from Michigan today, and it's America's Tractor Show, and that's what it was, is to really involve Americans and put on an American tractor show.
That is so cool. I'm looking at a young man probably less than 10 years old. He's sitting here painting one. It says America 250 on the side of a wooden tractor that he's got going on, and that is really cool, man. That is neat. So they definitely got to check out the website.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about it here in just a second, but the song is also real close to the website. It's called Talking Tractors. Tell us about the song and the story behind it.
Yeah, well, I have the website, and then I came up in the podcast, but I'm a big fan of Trace Adkins, and I think everybody knows who he is. He has a strong philosophy regarding songwriting and recording, and that he works on material that he genuinely believes in and can sing with conviction, and his music focuses on a real deep personal connection. And like Trace, the past 17 years, and even before that, in my childhood, I've been exposed to agriculture and tractor heritage, but I have a real personal, authentic connection with the words of the song in Talking Tractors. It's something I've poured my heart into, literally, for the last 17 years. And my goal for that song is really to become an anthem for farmers across the country, and played at heritage tractor events and expos, and have it be re-recorded by a country music artist. I think, as we were talking before the show, I went through 3 renditions of that song to end up with the one that I have, and the first one was with me singing, but that didn't quite sound right, and so through the power of AI, I created the third version. But the words and the composition and the lyrics, they're 100% mine and from the heart.
Yep.
And I got to share a story on that. I was here just 2 evenings ago. Late at night, I got an email from an individual, and I won't share their name because they said they were very private, but they were farmers in another state, not in Kansas. And the farmer's wife said that she was asking if I could send her a file of the song. She had been to my website, but she wanted a file that she could put on a memory stick. And she said her husband was a lifelong farmer. They've had an auction and sold their equipment, and he's battling a chronic disease. And she said, and this is the heartwarming part of it, she said, I want to give this gift to my husband and of your song. And that request and that song and what I do with my website is really what touches my heart. And that overall, that's really what I wanted to do is just give something back, and through that song and through my website. And so it really touched my heart the other evening ago.
You know, I talk about that all the time on these interviews, how music does that. Your song I'm looking at time-wise is 4 minutes and 34 seconds, and you have such a great heart, and all of these stories that you've already told us in 19 minutes of doing this interview so far. And, you know, that song is going to help so many people, and that's what music does, isn't it? It's therapeutic.
Yeah, absolutely.
It helps you through the good times, gets you through the bad times, and all of that kind of stuff. And then you're reliving America's history of over 250 years of what we've done in gaining our independence and keeping these old tractors alive. I love it.
And that's the goal, yeah, just keeping it. And I've had more letters in the past year since my induction of people saying the very same thing, saying thank you for keeping our history alive and the heritage alive. Mm-hmm. And that's my goal.
Yep, that's awesome. Now, do you have children and grandchildren that are going to carry on that tradition, or are they already showing that they are?
Well, I have a daughter that lives in Arkansas, and she was very proactive getting me started on my website, and so she's married, and right now not so much an interest in tractors, but she sure had a hand in getting me going with my website and getting things underway.
That's
so
awesome.
And my wife, like I say, she's 100% into this with me, and has just been a blessing all throughout. Yeah. Since we've been married, so.
You know, we talk about that in the music business, but, you know, when you have just anything you're doing, your family support behind you, and they can see that vision that you have of what you're wanting to do with this thing, that means so much, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does.
Well, I tell you what, anybody that comes on this program and does an interview as good as you, they become family around here, man. Thank you for doing this tonight.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Where can we find Talking Tractors then, if folks want to check that demo out, other than on my website at the KICR Songwriter Showcase?
Well, there's a couple places, thanks. You can find it on my website, which is talkingtractors.com, just like the song, only with .com. There is the actual song is on there with a YouTube link. You can either play it right on my website or down in the bottom corner of it, it says YouTube. You click on that YouTube logo, and it'll take you right to my YouTube page, and you can play it there, and the lyrics are all there too, which I don't have on my website, but when you go to the YouTube page, the lyrics for the song are right there, and I encourage people to look at and read the lyrics, because while you hear it, if you see the lyrics themselves, that's where the connection's at.
Awesome. And you're one of the newest songwriters on the KICR Songwriter Showcase, so when you go to my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and click the Songwriter Showcase tab, you got to scroll almost all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see Mike there. And then also he's playing in rotation on the Demo Listen Derby, because this is a demo song. You're looking for maybe some big name to record it, or some big independent artist name even to record the song. So we'll just throw that out there. And your email's right under your player, so they can reach out to you as well.
It is. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime you want to come back and talk some more, I'd love to have you back on this. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, I would love to. And hopefully I'll have another song out here, and we can do this again and talk more about it.
Absolutely. And that's what will really get you noticed in the showcase, is coming out with more and more, because I started here a while back this thing called Featured Songwriter of the Week, and the more demos you can showcase, the better chances you got to be featured on that too. And it'll just be your music player alone on the Demo Listen Derby, and so for a week from Sunday to Sunday, we'll put you in there too.
Well, you've given me a goal, so thank you.
You are welcome. Talking Tractors, it's been fun talking them with you tonight, Mike.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome. His name is Michael Hinton, and actually getting ready for this show, I found a couple of other demo songs that had the word tractor in it, so we're going to play one from Jim Hill. It's called The Old Tractor, and then Dave Wilbert, Tractors and Trucks. It's all coming up on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, on this New Music Friday.
Out by the hedge where the blackbirds fly, by a crooked fence line of barbed wire strands, there sits a row of iron, tired and still, old rust resting where the stories spill. The paint's worn thin,
tires sunk low, but they've seen more life than we'll ever know. Each dent and scar like a written page of dust, of sweat, of a harder age. They don't speak in words you hear out loud, but there's a voice beneath that rust and cloud. Talking tractors, the stories that they hold, whispers in the steel, echoes in the old. From breaking ground to feeding a nation's soul. Talking tractors, telling what time has stolen. Through the years, through the dust and the cold, America was built by talking tractors. Granddad's hands on a weathered wheel, sunburned skin and a heart of steel. Turn that soil when the times were lean, chasing hope in rows of green. From one generation, the next would stay, working that ground come what may. Feeding families, planting dreams, holding together the country seems. You can almost hear them if you stand real still, in the quiet hush of a harvest field. Talking tractors, the stories that they hold, whispers in the steel, echoes in the old. From breaking ground to feeding a nation's soul. Talking tractors, telling what time has stolen. Through the years, through the dust and the cold, America was built by talking tractors. Now the fields hum different GPS and screens, but the roots run deep in those old machines. Every acre turned, every seed that's sown still rides on the backs of the ones we've known. They may be rust, they may be gone, but their spirit rolls on and on. Yeah, and every engine that fires today, there's a ghost in the gears that won't fade away. Talking tractors, the stories that they hold, living in the hands of the young and the old. From yesterday's dust to the futures we hold. Talking tractors, they're part of our soul. Still shaping fields, still stories retold. Long live the voice of talking tractors. So next time you pass one resting here, and tip your cap, their legacies we hold dear.
Song number 2.
There's an old tractor, sits out behind the barn. It's always been a fixture on my granddad's country farm. I've never seen it running. It was built in '55. It's home to a couple critters and the honeybees built a hive. I've been stung a time or two climbing up in that seat, where in my mind I drove it through the hazy summer heat. It's just an old broke down tractor. No, it ain't run in years, but I sure did spend a lot of time putting it through the gears. Yeah, I sure did spend a lot of time putting it through the gears. I chirping and the smell of fresh cut hay. Me and that old tractor had to get her put away. How I love that old tractor, even now it brings a smile. Me and that old tractor that I drove 10,000 miles. A time or two, climbing up in that seat, where in my mind I drove it through the hazy summer heat. It's just an old broke down tractor, no it ain't running years, but I sure did spend a lot of time putting it through the gears. Yeah, I sure did spend a lot of time putting it through the gears. I recall the crickets chirping and the smell of fresh cut hay. Me and that old tractor had to get her put away. How I love that old tractor, even now it brings a smile. Me and that old tractor that I drove 10,000 miles. Chirping and the smell of fresh cut hay. Me and that old tractor had to get her put away. How I love that old tractor, even now it brings a smile. Me and that old tractor that I drove 10,000 miles. Just an old broke down tractor, no it ain't running years, but I sure did spend a lot of time putting it through the gears. Yeah, I sure did spend a lot of time putting it through the gears. Through the gears.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Than just a name on a water tower that you see from the interstate. We're more than just a train whistle every hour, a truck stop you pass along the way. More than just some dust on a dirt road, a red sun setting on a silo. We're the seeds that our grandpa's planted that grew into good-hearted, hard-working people. Big roots that we don't take for granted, like the stars and stripes or the cross on the steeple. This map dot may not look like much, but there's a whole lot more to us than tractors and trucks. We're more than just a tab on a cold beer popping in a field on a Friday night. We're more than just riverbank bobber dropping, barefooting in the moonlight. More than just some circles in a cornfield, mud slinging when we drop it in a four-wheel. Yeah, we're the seeds that our grandpa's planted that grew into good-hearted, hard-working people. Deep roots that we don't take for granted, like the stars and stripes or the cross on the steeple. This map dot may not look like much, but there's a whole lot more to us than tractors and trucks. that our grandpas planted that grew into good-hearted, hard-working people. Big roots that we don't take for granted, like the stars and stripes or the cross on the steeple. This map dot may not look like much, but there's a whole lot more to us than tractors and trucks. Than tractors and trucks.
That is called Tractors and Trucks. Man, what great music on the radio tonight. Talking about tractors. TalkingTractors.com is the website you want to go to. Check out my good friend Michael Hinton from Kansas and check out everything that he's got going on. And if you want to paint one of those little wooden tractors, you can register to do that on the website as well. It is TalkingTractors.com. I had a great time talking to Michael Hinton tonight, talking tractors and playing some great tractor music. I found a couple of others, Michael. Thanks to you for helping us get that going. And Jim Hill is also one of the writers of the second song. His demo player is in the Songwriter Showcase on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, and that song is also playing around the clock 24/7 in the Demo Listen Derby. Click on the Demo Listen Derby tab as well at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. It is powered by Zeno FM. That is ZENO, Zeno FM. You can download the Zeno FM app absolutely free, and just search Demo Listen Derby when you get that app downloaded, and you'll be able to listen to all those great demo songs. Thank you once again, Michael Hinton, for being on the program. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. In this second hour, I've got a repeat of a great radio interview I did last year with my good friend Dave Edwards from Texas. You don't want to miss that one if you love traditional country music. He makes it. Absolutely. I am currently live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'll notify you when I go on the air next. And next week will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You get 3 shows next week, too. This next artist is a season 25 alumni artist of NBC's The Voice. She was on Team Dan and Shay. Her name is Karen Waldrop, and this brand new single is called Keeping the Faith on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I've walked through fire and faced the rain. Had nothing but a prayer and a heart full of pain. Lost some battles, lost my way, but I never let my soul slip away. There were nights I cried, begging for a sign. Somehow grace always found me in time. I'm keeping the faith, holding on tight, even when the darkness steals my light. I may bend, but I refuse to break. He moves in mysterious ways. I've come too far, I ain't gonna stray. I'm keeping the faith. Mama said the storms won't last, and I gotta let go of the past. Every word of the Bible is a promise made, that love's still stronger than the weight we face. So when the wind blows, I plant my feet, standing on a truth that won't ever retreat. I'm keeping the faith, holding on tight, even when the darkness steals my light. I may bend, but I refuse to break. He moves in mysterious ways. I've come too far, I ain't gonna stray. I'm keeping the faith. Even when the darkness steals my light, I may bend, but I refuse to break. He moves in mysterious ways. I've come too far, I ain't gonna stray. Keeping the faith. Yeah, I'm keeping the faith. Through it all, I'm keeping the faith.
This hour of The Tim Kelly Show is sponsored by Brian Pataluna Music. Check out Brian Pataluna Music on the sponsors page at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and at BrianPataluna.com.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do. Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
I'm that guy who thought he knew it all when it came to love. Why waste my money on flowers when I need a new golf club? She kept saying she was gonna leave me if I didn't grow up and change. I said, whatever, please move out of the way so I can see the game. I passed out on the couch one night. I partied way too long. I woke up to an empty room. All the things were gone. Then it hit me like a brick. All her threats came true. The note says she just can't take anymore. I guess the main bird through. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far? Greetings from the lonesome grill and bar. Thought about calling her cell phone, tell her I'm glad I'm free. I thought I don't need her anyhow, she wasn't good enough for me. Then I looked down at the bottle and realized I'm alone. How did I end up losing her? Or did I go wrong? Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning
That is called the Lonesome Grill and Bar. His name is Brian Pataluna. He's a great artist from Kentucky, and he's also a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show. You can check him out on the sponsors tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, and all of the sponsors are also scrolling across the homepage down there. Just scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see about every 1.5 seconds one will scroll by. If you click on one of their logos, it'll take you right to what they've got going on in the world of country music, and they do have it going on. So I appreciate all of our sponsors, and I have them almost on every tab of the website. Check them out at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Brian Pataluna, Lonesome Grill and Bar. This next artist is my good friend Ryan Bodine. We have done several radio interviews in the past. We just recently did one. He's from Huntington Beach, California, and he's got a brand new single out to radio called Miss Missing You from Ryan Bodine on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
It's been so long since I've seen your face. Can't remember your voice, them old pictures fade. Time heals all, that's what they say. Wish it weren't true so your memories can stay. Doesn't hurt like that much is true. I guess what I'm saying is I miss missing you. Pain's gone away after so many years. I've become numb, stop shedding tears. Shocking to see what decades can do. I guess what I'm saying is I miss missing you. I miss them restless nights and hurt in the morning. I look out that window, it's no longer storming. It's a little bit easier day by day as I feel your memories fading away. I feel your memories fading away. Out that same window where that storm used to rage is a star that shines bright, so I turn the page. It's shocking to see what decades can do. I guess what I'm saying is I miss missing you. I guess what I'm saying is I miss missing you.
This is Beverly Brown Sims, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best.
Midnight fell, the chains were tied. Paul and Silas prayed that night. Lifted voices sang his praise, and the earth began to shake. Oh, the ground started rumbling, prison walls came tumbling. Jailer cried, "What can I do?" Paul said, "Believe he'll rescue you." The night the jailhouse rocked, chains fell free. Grace broke through and brought victory. Doors swung open, fear was gone. God was moving all night long. What the world tried to hold down tight, Jesus turned loose in the dead of night. There was a night jailhouse rocked. That jailer stood a brand new man, faith to code where fear had been. That midnight praise still tells the tale, the whole house is saved behind that jail. The ground started rumbling, prison walls came tumbling. Jailer cried, what can I do? Paul said, believe you, rescue you. The night the jailhouse rocked, chains fell free, grace broke through and brought victory. Doors swung open, fear was gone, God was moving on and along. What the world tried to hold down tight, Jesus turned loose in the dead of night. That was the night the jailhouse rocked. They sang at midnight, heaven heard. The chains let go at every word. Sing God then, He's the same right now. Still breaking chains, still shaking ground. The night the jailhouse rocked, the chains fell free, grace broke through and brought victory. Doors swung open, fear was gone, God was moving on and along. What the world tried to hold down tight, Jesus turned loose in the dead of night. That was the night the jailhouse rocked. Oh, that was the night the jailhouse rocked. The night the jailhouse rocked.
Turn it up, feel right.
Got your favorites and the ones you couldn't find.
Fresh from the heart, straight to your dial tonight. It's that Friday kind of shine. The Tim Kelly Show. New Music Friday. Spinning all the best in indie country sound. Turn it loud, don't you go. Let the weekend start this way. New voices, new stories rolling into town. The Tim Kelly Show. New Music Friday. Playing all the best in new indie country now.
Listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. Play the best in new country music. And I've got a couple of great radio interviews on tonight's program. Dave Edwards, my good friend, is up. How are you, my friend?
I am wonderful, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program, and it's great to have you on tonight. Looking forward to it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You bet. You're a great artist from down there in the state of Texas, and I'll tell you what, that Texas country music scene's been hot for a while, and you're keeping it hot too.
Well, I think there's a lot of us down here. You're right, and we're all trying to do our part.
Yep, absolutely. And you work with my good friends at Clarksville Creative Sound and record over there, and you make some great music, traditional country music too. I love it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I favor the traditional style of country music. Obviously, I'm not trying to be in the business of recreating cover songs.
Yeah.
Although I do have some cover songs that I'm coming out with a little bit later down the road. But most everything that I'm trying to record right now is original songs, either written by Kurt Ryle, a songwriters group that I work with, or Edward Williams. But on my next project coming up, I'll have some joint songwriter rights with Kurt on a couple, 10 songs or so.
Yeah, that is awesome. He's a prolific songwriter, isn't he? He's written for a bunch of people.
He sure has. He certainly has. He was Mel Tillis's head songwriter for about 7 years, I think.
Wow.
And he worked with Vern Gosdin. He's written songs for Taylor Swift, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Uh-huh.
A bunch of folks he's written songs for a lot of folks, you're right.
Yeah. The old Mel Tillis Theater, I was doing my show there on Saturdays for a time. It's just right off the 76th Strip behind the Olive Garden here in Branson. And Mel Tillis was here for quite a while. And you know, Branson's got a great history of country music and traditional country as well. And the cover songs that you're talking about, you may not perform a lot of those right now, but you probably do in your live shows, you know. Record a lot of those that are out to radio that are your voice, but you probably perform a lot of cover songs.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, it's just, that's the basis of what I like, is that style of music.
Yep.
It's my preferred genre.
That 80s and 90s country hooked a lot of people, including me, and that's why I'm doing country radio, is because of that 90s country for sure.
Oh, obviously there was some great stuff back then, but I like going all the way back in maybe the 50s or 60s and finding some good stuff every once in a while too. And when I say traditional style country music, maybe do a cover song that Hank Williams originally wrote, but
yep,
you know, update the tune a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We're showing our age, aren't we? We may be in our 50s or 60s, huh?
Well, I don't know about you, Tim, but I know about me.
Yeah, me too. But I'll tell you what, I'm in year 14 of doing this, and I'm still amazed by the talent that is out there, including you, my friend. And we've known each other for a while now and have done a couple of interviews, and it's always great to catch up. Once I do an interview, you know, it's like circling back around, and we're just catching up. But you still keep coming out with new music, and that's amazing.
It is fantastic. I mean, there's some really great stuff out there. I think everybody right now, you and I talked a little bit before the interview, and I think a lot of folks right now are really concerned about this AI movement and what it's going to do to musicians and songwriters,
yep,
and artists now. Because I read the other day that they had some record company hired an AI artist, performer, for $3 million. I mean, you don't have any indie artists out there making $3 million. I don't.
No. I never see them post a royalty check of $100. If they ever made $100 in royalties, I bet you they'd be posting that all over social media.
Absolutely, I know I would.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, you mentioned Kurt Ryle and all the things that he's done. You know, he may be noted to some people for that, and some people know about that, but the songwriters just don't get enough credit, do they? And, you know, George Strait, 60 number one hits, but he didn't write most of those. Dean Dillon did. So he's in the Country Music Hall of Fame for writing for George Strait.
Absolutely. I mean, and you're absolutely right. Songwriters don't. I mean, you can look back in the old days, and you got your Hank Cochran's, and which is who Kurt actually, that's who Mel Tillis sent Kurt to learn how to write.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I should say write better. He had already had about 4 hit songs before he sent him to Hank Cochran, but he wanted, Mel Tillis wanted Kurt to learn a style, and that kind of stuff just got in, over the generations, it was just passed down through the music.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's so closely mimicked everything. And then when everything changed and everybody became a songwriter, it seems like, because every time you talk to someone, they always throw singer-songwriter in their title. But when things changed, then I think a lot of times the music changed.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love about you guys, you know, especially you. You're keeping traditional country music alive, and that's what radio needs right now, because it's all changed. I mean, I can't really blame Nashville for what's getting put out, but a lot of it comes through Nashville. But I talk to so many artists that, and like Kurt Ryle, he's over there in Clarksville, Tennessee, so there's studios to record everywhere. You know, we can't just blame Nashville for what's happening to country music.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know, so, but you guys are keeping traditional country music alive, and I love that. And, you know, it tells about country music a long time ago. It has this phrase, 3 chords and the truth. That's exactly what it is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, and
that's how it started.
Yeah.
Obviously, every song wasn't just 3 chords, but yeah, it was more of that truth part, and it not really didn't concentrate much on being super difficult to play. It wanted simple things. Life was different back then.
Yeah.
Everything wasn't as complicated. And I'm sure at the time it probably seemed complicated for what they had, but technology's moved so fast and everything that, you know, I was amazed one time. I'm a retired firefighter paramedic, and I spent 38 years in the fire service, and I hauled a gentleman that was 102 years old one time to the hospital.
Wow.
No hip involvement back then, but I'll just say, I was talking to him, and I said, you have lived through so much. He said, oh, yeah. He said, I really did. We walked to school, or we went on horseback, and he said, I came from the East Coast out here to the Midwest and in a covered wagon.
Wow.
And so I talked to him, and I thought, God, these guys, and they've seen the man landing on the moon, the invention of the cotton gin, and the printing, well, not really the printing press, that might have predated 102, but, some just different things like that. And I thought, wow, he's seen so much. And then I started thinking the other day, I said, oh my gosh, look at all that's happened in my short lifetime.
Yeah.
And I'm not even close to 102.
Well, you're right. We're showing our 50s and 60s again, and I was on the radio before the internet. Now I've been 14 years in the radio on the internet, and we've seen a lot in our lifetime change, and it's just crazy. And we were talking about the AI technology now, how people are using that to not just write songs. I want songs that are written by the artist, but if they use AI for the vocals and the melody and all of that stuff, that's fine. As long as we know it's a demo, we'll put it in a demo category. And if another artist wants to cut that song and record it, then they can work that out in the Songwriter Showcase that we've created and all of that. But it's just so interesting in what's going on. And boy, if we live another 15 or 20 years, where's this thing going, huh?
Oh, who knows? Like I say, everybody's worried right now. A lot of people, I say everybody, but that's just a phrase. A lot of folks are worried about being put out of work by different things. And, I don't see it that way. I don't see anybody getting, there will be people who will be displaced from their jobs. But you think about back in time, every time technology makes an advance, someone loses a job and there's a job made somewhere else.
Right.
I think the uncertainties really is from where's the job going to be made. And then when you get in your 50s, you start thinking, I don't really want to go back to school.
Right.
I don't want to have to relearn anew. But that's just part of life, being uncomfortable.
Things just circle back around. We started out, me and you probably spent time in those record stores. I know I did, like Sam Goody's and all that, thumbing through vinyl albums. And man, that was our deal. And making those playlists was a turntable, and they just dropped down one at a time. You'd put those all on there. And then it went from that to cassette tapes. It went from cassette tapes to CDs. CDs have kind of become obsolete. I bought a truck 5 years ago that doesn't even have a CD player in it. It's all digital now, and MP3 and stuff like that. But now it's circled back around. Vinyl records are making a comeback. You can get those in Walmart and other stores around the country. Lainey Wilson, the bell-bottom queen of country music, she's brought that style back, and it's coming back around. So it all kind of does circle back around eventually, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's funny, when your kids come to you, and I have a few, 5 total, 3 boys, 2 girls, and when they come to you and you see them wearing something that you were wearing in high school, you say, wow, that's cool. Where'd you get that, man? It's the latest greatest thing.
Yeah, I was watching that 70s show the other night, and here we are. Yeah, that's awesome.
Tie-dye shirts.
Yep, there you go. And something I wanted to ask you now, you working with Kurt Ryle, does he come to you with a song that he says, hey, Dave, I think this will fit your voice, or does he let you pick from a list of songs that he's written and you pick them, or how's that kind of work between you guys?
I'll tell you, my first album, I think he sent me about 40 choices, because I had no idea, and he wanted me to do some original stuff. All my first albums, all original songs written by somebody else. He brought those to me. He put them on a demo. And yes, he uses he usually uses some. He had some that he had with musicians out of the studio. And then on the latest batch that he sent me, he uses AI for he writes the tune. He composes the tune, and he can play that tune into AI. AI will put an entire every instrument that he wants in there, it will put it in that song in that chord.
Wow.
And he can tell it where to take leads and stuff like that. So he has a lot of control over what he does as far as the musician part. Then he uses he also, for his demo, he sent me an AI voice, and it was funny because I said, he sent it to me, and I said, hey, he said, hey, did you get that stuff? And I said, yeah, let's do it. I said, man, that is some great stuff. I said, you really want me to sing that? I said, because whoever was singing that did a hell of a job.
Exactly.
He started laughing. He said, hey, that's just a demo voice.
Yep.
I said, oh, okay.
Yep, and that's where we're headed, and that's where things have gone. But, there's this Nashville number system that I've heard about, and I've actually seen this happen in Branson. There's artists been here, come to Branson with original songs. They're going to perform on stage, and we're filming for TV that day, and I'm watching this show, and the band doesn't know that song, so they do a little bit of listening with the Nashville number system and however that works, and then they're going, okay, we got it, and they pull it off in just a few minutes. It's just amazing to watch that happen.
Oh, yeah, and that's another good thing I like about going up there and recording it at Clarksville Creative Sound, or Studio, and that is, I can walk around, once the musicians have played, I can walk to every spot where, like the steel or the bass or the piano or the lead, and or even when we bring in a fiddle player, which we do every time, I can walk around and pick up their charts from those songs. So I have if I'm lucky, I have half the songwriter rights. Then I have the artist, my rendition of how I did that song, and then I have all the original charts from the songs that I did, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. I love it. Well, we're going to talk about this first song that I have played before, and I lived in Oklahoma for 20 years, down there around Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from. This is called Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. Tell us about this one.
Well, Swing Me Back to Oklahoma, I was recording my first studio session in January of this year, and I was down there, had some songs in the can. I got down to 10 completed, and I got down to the last 2, and I had the music there, and I'd already dropped the vocals, and I said, hey, I want to cut these 2. And he said, what do you mean you want to cut them? I said, I want to cut them out. I want a new sounding country song with traditional style music behind it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, okay. And I said, and I also want a swing song. He said, well, I think I got one of those laying around here. And he dug around in some papers and found it on top of a filing cabinet. He said, here's one I was thinking about giving to Steve Marquardt. And I said, well, do you mind if I listen to it? And he said, no. And so I listened to it. He played it through for me. He said, what do you think? I said, well, I really like it. He said, well, Steve's probably going to kill me, but I'll tell you what, if you want to cut it, if you want to try to cut it, we'll let you. And I said, okay. He said, do you want to hear it again? I said, no, what I want to do is I want to walk in the studio, and I want you to play it in the earphones, and I'm going to do my best to try to sing it. And about 15 minutes later, I think we were on first, maybe, I think I had to correct 2 parts in it, but other than that, 15 minutes later, I walked out there and we had that song done.
Isn't that something? I've talked about that as far as songwriting. Some of the best songs happen in about an hour or less, from the writing standpoint. It takes a little bit longer than that to put it together. But 15 minutes, that's crazy. And then the song's 3 minutes and 12 seconds long. And to tell those stories, that are in country music, and to do that in that short amount of time and make it radio friendly, that's just such an amazing process to me.
It is. It really is. I'd like to say every time I go into the studio, Tim, I only spend 15 minutes on a song, but then I would be a humongous liar.
Yeah.
Because I spent over an hour on some songs.
Yep.
And it's because part of it is it's because Kurt pushes me, and he does all of his artists. Everybody who sings there, he is going to push you.
Yeah.
If he thinks you've got a little bit more left in you, or if you're not singing with enough passion or enough feeling, or if it just sounds like you're up there saying the words.
Right.
those things just kind of drive him crazy.
Well, it reminds me of what we're seeing on TV right now with these coaches on NBC's The Voice. You know, they got to cover somebody else's songs, and they got to really concentrate on their part. You know, in these battle rounds, you know, it's kind of a duet type thing, and you have your part, the other artist has their part. You know, and how they put all that together. You know, and then what you see in the final product live on stage as they're performing it live is just crazy good, and the coaches are standing up and applauding way before the song's even over, and it's just a fun thing to watch, and that's kind of what you're doing in the studio when you get in there with Kirk, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it is. It's a whole lot like what you see on The Voice, and that's one of the things they have. Clarksville Creative Sound has invested in. A couple of investors who are in Clarksville Creative Sound have also invested in ACN, the American Country Network, which with a gentleman named Tommy Schneider, and there's some other principals involved that I'm sure I'm not aware of, but of the ones that I am aware of, they've gone in and invested in that, and they've created a show that reminds me a lot of The Voice, only it's a different look at young people getting into country music and really, you know, digging in and what it really takes. You know, everybody likes to say, well, all I need is just, you know, one hit wonder. I'd take that. You know,
right.
Of course, I'm sure everybody would, but or you hear about these overnight successes, and someday you may hear about some of these young people who are on this. It's called Small Town Sound. And you may hear about some of these people, and some of them are very well known, like Jaden Riley out of Canada and Braden Ryle, which happens to be Kurt's son. I mean, they have Evie May, and they have some extremely. And there's a new one, Noah Schneider, Tommy's son, is also a singer. Has a very unique voice, but you may hear about some of these. One of these young people one of these days and say, oh, man, where'd they come from? Well, I tell you what, overnight success is over a lot of years most of the time.
It is. Sometimes it's just that God-given talent. You know, they got Mackenzie McKetty. I've been playing her and her brother Austin. You know, I've interviewed both of them, and they're like 15, 16 each, and it's just, man, wait 10 years and see where these folks are going to go, you know, and it's that way with Braden, you know, Kurt's son and all of those, you know. What are they going to sound like in 10 years? Because especially for the males, you know, their voice changes at about the age they are right now, so in a couple of years they may sound a little different, but it's like, man, these are musical prodigies that are coming up, aren't they?
Absolutely, and it's very exciting. I try to look at music, you know, of course, I'm a little bit, like yourself, we're a little bit more mature in years, but I try to look at the music business now more than I did when I was younger in the music business as a collaboration. And a lot of people think it's a competition, but it's not. The only person I compete with when I go on stage is me. I'm not up against anybody else. I'm just there to do my best. And I think that's tying it all back in. I think that's where you see a lot of that over on The Voice also.
Yep.
I want your best, but you're going to have to do your best with this person, and you are going to have to do your best together, singing collaboratively. So, you know, and it works the same way. Songwriters have been doing it for years. Yeah. And, you know, there are songwriters who will write songs, and they want to be the only person to touch that song, whether that's from a personal standpoint of wanting that personal pride of I wrote that song, or whether it's kind of from a selfish position of I don't want to share this with anybody, or I think I'm better than anyone. I mean, you know, there's all types in all genres of music. So if they can, usually I think that if people write together with somebody else and get their thoughts, you can come out with a better song. I don't necessarily know that anybody has. There have been some great single songwriters who've written by themselves and not collaborated, but if you look at it from a football analogy, you know, you've got these tens of thousands of kids that are playing across the United States in high school football, by the time you get to college, now you've got less, maybe a couple of thousand that are really good enough to play college football.
Mm-hmm.
Then they move up to pro football. Now you're talking about hundreds, and I'm talking about hundreds out of literally the same tens of thousands who played that high school ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's the same way. It's the same way in the music business. You've got look at Spotify. What, they got 2 million new songs downloaded every day or something like that.
It's just crazy. I know. And we've learned a lot tonight about the music business, man. Thanks for teaching us all of that. And you're one of those go-to guys that I always think of for traditional country music. And my experience mainly with the independent artists are that they are just so grateful to have the airtime, the exposure, and you guys are just the real deal. Humble and kind people, and then talented at the same time. And that speaks well to you as well.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're going to play Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. We're going to come back and talk about 2 more of your latest singles, Country Music and Last on My Mind, with Dave Edwards on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday night.
Neon lights on Broadway light up Nashville in the rain. All I see are aging dreams going down the drain. There's lots of bling, but there's no swing, just drums and loud guitars. So take me back to Tulsa, where Bob Wills is still the keeper of my heart. Swing me back to Oklahoma, 2 steel guitars, twin fiddles, watching bubbles in my beer. Swing me back to Oklahoma, my Cherokee maiden's waiting there. My girl is waiting underneath that Oklahoma moon. The sparkle in her diamond eyes shine like the stars in June. I'm leaving Legends Corner, getting back to Tulsa time. I'm westbound on I-40 to that Oklahoma road I left behind. Swing me back to Oklahoma, 2 steel guitars, twin fiddles, watching bubbles in my beer. Swing me back to Oklahoma, my Cherokee maiden's waiting there. Yes, my Cherokee maiden's waiting there.
His name is Dave Edwards. That is called Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. Great song, and you just heard the story behind it. And, man, I'll tell you what, I miss Oklahoma, but that's the reason I got into country radio, and now I'm up here in Branson doing it. And what a great history of country music they have here in Branson, too. We miss all the people that made this town great, and Mel Tillis was one of them that we talked about earlier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There have been some great acts up in Branson, Missouri, and I've even gone up there and listened to several of the venues up there. And I mean, they've just got some really great stuff. There's great music everywhere. We're talking about you're from Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a powerhouse of especially country music.
Yep. Absolutely. We was talking about Blake Shelton and Toby Keith and, and Vince Gill. We had all those guys from Oklahoma. Garth Brooks, all of them made country music great, especially back in the 90s. Blake came along just right after that, a little bit later. But, that's some good stuff. You were talking off the air about, how Kurt told you, more as a coach and a producer. He's kind of both for you. How to hold a note, and if you can pull this off, you're going to do something crazy good like a Ronnie Millsap only can do, and things like that. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just fascinating to be in the studio, and then if you've got a really good producer, one that'll push you, not just so some people go in the studio and they're paying thousands of dollars to get their songs cut. Mm-hmm. And they're getting an engineer. And pretty much an engineer knows how to run that board, but a producer knows how to produce a song to make it sound different and to make it stand out, to make it noticeable. And so Kurt is not only an engineer, he is also a fantastic producer.
Absolutely.
He will push you, and, he tells me, he says, Dave, that sounded, I guess, all right. I mean, I think you can do better.
Uh-huh.
And I'll just kind of start laughing. I said, well, okay, if you think I can, I'll try. and so I'll try something. But he'll push you on notes. He'll push you on phrasing. And he listens to every little piece in that song and says, hey, if you could do this, or if you could run this note down in a certain way, he said that would, and just one part of the song, he said, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you're talking about. He said, and then save some of that bigger stuff, save it and have something to bring back at the end. Like during the break, we talked about Wes Ryan and that song Seems Like, and how he was just flat worn out after he did it in the studio.
Yep.
And yes, there are songs that you get into the studio. Some days I go in and I'm thinking, I might cut 4 songs a day and get them canned. And think, man, that was a long day.
Uh-huh.
You don't go into the studio and sing an 8-hour day. I can tell you that.
Right.
I don't. Most people don't. But I have talked to people who said 4 songs is all you did, and I said, yeah, in a day. Don't you think that's all right?
Uh-huh.
Well, no. I usually do 6 or 8, and I'm thinking, man, you're really good because I'm not that good.
Yeah.
But then you have things like this song that we were talking about, Wes sings, and I had a couple of songs like that. My last studio session, I had a studio session last month, as a matter of fact. And we were doing a couple of songs, and they were vocally challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And I did 2 a day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I am worn out, or at least my voice was.
Yep.
I could still get up and function and eat, but which I do like to do, by the way. If we ever get together, we'll have to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that too. Texas barbecue ain't too bad if we ever come down there.
Absolutely. So, yes, I mean, there are times you get in there, and then there's something that a real producer will push you and make you do some things outside your comfort level at times. Maybe some things that you hadn't thought about in years. For the younger artist, it may be, I hadn't thought about that in months, but it's all relative.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned, too, that you have to stand out, and we've talked about that talent pool that even just Kurt Raw has and the folks that he's producing, including his own son. But that 15-year-old Mackenzie McKetty, I mean, that Powder Keg song that she's got, it's more of an adult song when you hear it, but a 15-year-old did it. She was 15 when she recorded it. And the talent pool is just so big that, you do have to stand out, don't you?
Absolutely. You're either going to stand out in the crowd or you're never going to be noticed. I mean, that's one of the sad things about true artistry is that it's sad on one hand because there's some great singers all over the place. And sometimes singers don't feel like they don't get noticed enough. They don't get they don't feel justified in doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they hear other people who are moving through the charts and all this other stuff or getting played on the radio, and they're not. And sometimes it takes a good producer or maybe even a good promoter or manager to kind of get you noticed.
Absolutely. Well, you're working with all of that, and so keep doing your thing. You are outstanding, man, and it's been a pleasure having you on tonight. Let's talk about these other two songs real quick, Country Music and Last on My Mind.
All right. Last on My Mind was written by a friend of mine. Kurt Ryle has a songwriter's workshop. In that workshop, there's probably over 100 songwriters who are involved in that workshop. And I mean, some really big names, people who've been in the business for a long time, and now they're retired, or they've moved on to other interests, and they just come in there. And the way we do it is somebody comes up with a title, it's voted on, everybody gets a chance to vote on it. Kurt then picks it, and then that person doesn't write anything else in that song.
Mm-hmm.
The next line's written by somebody else, and it's a process that goes through a daily process. Okay, we're going to line one, and Kurt says, y'all either have to decide how you want the song to go, or here, let's do something like this. And so he either gives us the idea or kind of pushes us a little bit as to how he envisions it going, or he lets us come up with our own vision. And then you'll see stuff from all over the place, but everybody kicks in line, and that person, the next person who gets that line, they don't get to write another line in the song. So you literally have a song that's written by 20 different people.
Man, that's awesome. That's kind of how they make a Snickers candy bar. Somebody does the peanuts, somebody puts the nougat in, and then somebody covers it in chocolate later on down the line. I've seen that happen.
And that's plenty good, isn't it?
That's pretty good stuff right there. So, it turns out really well. And so it's been great having you on, man. Like I said, we've learned a lot tonight. Thanks for doing this. And, I know you're all over Indie Express and Clarksville Creative Sound, but where can folks find you, Dave Edwards, if they want to check out your music specifically? There's a big talent pool on all those websites, but where can they find you?
Well, the only other place anybody can find me right now would be my YouTube channel,
mm-hmm.
which is Dave Edwards. Dave Edwards Music. And let's see, I feel horrible. I should have had that right on the tip of my tongue, my YouTube address, but maybe I can contact you and give it to you later, because it's just not right on the tip of my tongue at the very moment. But I try to post anytime I go. I play a lot of Opries. I don't, everything, if you're in music for money, you're in it for the wrong thing, because I'm going to tell you, it's the quickest way in the world I know of to go broke.
Yep.
But if you love music, then there's going to be times where you go out and you play a lot of free stuff, or, occasionally you'll do some free stuff. And I play a lot of Opries, in Texas and in Oklahoma. And, matter of fact, this Saturday night I'll be in Wiley, Texas at the Wiley Opry,
mm-hmm.
In downtown Wiley. Absolutely free. I love going in there. I love the people at all the different Opries and jamborees that I play. It's just an opportunity to get out and meet people and do what you love to do, which is sing songs.
Yep.
And so that's kind of like me. Some people are really into the money, and they got to be paid for everything. But God bless them.
I love it. If you want to be a millionaire in the world of country music, you got to start out as a billionaire, right?
That is true. That is very true. Somebody told me one time the fastest. I said, "Man, how can you make $10,000 in music pretty quick?" And they said, "Oh yeah, that's easy. Go out and buy $20,000 worth of instruments and then sell them."
All right. Well, you're worth $1 billion to me, man. Keep doing your thing, and it was always a pleasure to talk to you. I love your music and you as a person, man. And so we'll do this again real soon. And have a great night, Dave Edwards. This is called Country Music, and Last on My Mind is coming up next on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Friday night.
Today, I was listening to the radio, an FM country station. Music sounded just like 80s rock, and I
I thought surely something's wrong. The words, just like hip-hop, made me think I needed a translation. When it ended, the DJ said, "You just heard a brand new country song." And I said, "Where is country music? The fiddles and the steel guitar are gone. Everything is synthesized. The rock and roll guitar sounds kind of foolish. I long for great singers and pure voices like Haggard and Jones. I'd love to hear a solid 4/4 shuffle. Tell me, where is country music?" I recall when a song spoke to your heart with words we could relate to, and we believed each word the singer sang in every country song. It was back when singers and their bands laid down a good dance groove. You could tell the difference between rock and pop and country all night long. And I said, "Where's country music? The fiddles and the steel guitar are gone. Everything is synthesized. The rock and roll guitar sounds kind of foolish. I long for great singers and pure voices like Haggard and Jones. I'd love to hear a solid 4/4 shuffle. Tell me, where is country music? I'd love to hear Ray Price and Baron Young. Tell me, where is country music?"
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I woke up this morning searching my mind. I still can't believe I was ever that blind. I found out your love wasn't only for me. The signs were all there I never could see. I'm still not believing I caught you in the act, and now I'll be leaving, and I ain't coming back. So looking for me would be a waste of your time. 'Cause the first thing this morning, you'll be the last on my mind. You covered your tracks
and you thought you were good. Didn't honor your vows like you promised you would. And I failed to notice your world of deceit when you looked in my eyes and lied right through your teeth. I'm still not believing I caught you in the act, and now I'm believing, and I ain't coming back. So looking for me would be a waste of your time, 'cause the first thing this morning you'll be the last on my mind. Oh, the first thing this morning you'll be the last on my mind.
He is my good friend Dave Edwards. He is from the great state of Texas. That is called Last on My Mind, and his other songs are great as well. Great traditional country music on the radio tonight, and what a great interview. That interview is already in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That's where I got it from. It's a replay from an interview we did earlier last year, actually, and we actually did that for Halloween night, so I had to cut some Halloween stuff out of there, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how radio works, man. And so you can check out that great interview already in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on the homepage of my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. And below that, at the bottom of the homepage, is my live interview schedule of upcoming interviews. And I've already rebooked Dave for this next August. And we're going to have another great radio interview and play 3 brand new songs that he is about to release as well. Welcome to hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I've got another 60 minutes of the best in new country music coming straight ahead, and we're going to kick off this hour with my good friend Miggs. It is Miggs. This is called One Step Away on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Marshall's got my name on his same spot every night. Neon hums a melody in this old dive bar light. Bartender knows the drill, don't even have to say. Pour it strong, let it burn and drown the memories away. I swore I was done calling, swore I moved on, but here I go again, yeah, I'm back where I belong. I'm one sip away from dialing your number, one more away from saying I love you. 3 deep in, I'm missing your touch. 4 shots down and I'm needing you too much. I keep telling myself that I'll be okay, but I'm always one sip away. That old Merlot jukebox ain't helping my case. Every song is a reminder of the love I let fade. I swore I'd never chase you, I swore I let it die, but tequila's got a way of bringing back your vibe. I'm one sip away from dialing your number, one more away from saying I love you. 3 deep in, I'm missing your touch. 4 shots down and I'm needing you too much. I keep telling myself that I'll be okay, but I'm always one sip away. Bartender, don't you listen, take these keys away, 'cause if I hit that road, I know I'm heading straight. I'm one sip away from dialing your number, one more away from saying I love you. 3 deep in, I'm missing your touch. 4 shots
sip away. Hey, I keep telling myself that I'll be okay, but the truth is, darling, I'm one sip away.
This hour of The Tim Kelly Show is sponsored by Katie Lee Russell Music. Find Katie Lee Russell Music on the Sponsors tab at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, and on all major music streaming platforms.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Rolling down the highway, windows down, sun in my eyes, got my baby by my side, and I'm feeling so alive. You said you'd always be there, but you faded like the night.
She is my good friend Katie Lee Russell. That is a hit song she's got on her hands right there, because I love my Chevy truck too. A lot of people can relate to that, except all you Ford drivers, including her husband. But anyway, we'll move on from that. And she just moved on. She moved on to Tennessee not too long ago. She's got herself a farm and a cow named Mr. Waffles and all kinds of cool stuff. And she definitely has it going on in the world of country music. She is a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show as well. You can check her out on the sponsors tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, and she's also scrolling across the homepage and almost on every other tab of the website as well. This next artist is from Georgia. His name is John McDuffie. His latest single out to radio is called Wrong Turn on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
Sometimes it's just too many choices. Sometimes it's just too many voices. Some days it's just too many ways that a man can go wrong. And every road is a one-way street, and the future is just too dark to see. And the only sound is the sound of your voice singing a sad song. And you can't turn around 'cause there's a fire from a bridge you decided to burn. You know you made a mistake, and I hope someday you'll learn there ain't no right time to make a wrong turn. Had a chance you could get away. Had a chance you decided to stay, 'cause thought staying seemed like more fun. And now you know that you thought wrong, and you sing about it in this song. And the only choice you have now is to run. And the road ahead is lighted by a fire from another bridge you decided to burn. Keep making mistakes, and I hope someday you'll learn there ain't no right time to make a wrong turn. Looking back now, you can't see the fire from all the bridges that you burned. You keep making mistakes, and I know you'll never learn there ain't no right time to make a wrong turn. A wrong turn.
Turn it on every Friday, all night long. Fresh tracks rolling down your way. Indie country all the way. The Tim Kelly Show.
Hey! New Music Friday, best new songs where the wild hearts play. You turn it up, let the good times stay. The Tim Kelly Show, New Music Friday.
Tim Kelly's got your Friday sound. New indie country all around.
Pictures in the hallway, Stetson next to mine. Keys on the key ring, that love lives here sign. There's a spot for everything to make you feel like home. But I wake up every morning just to find you gone. 'Cause something in the sunset you keep riding off into. Something in that prairie wind keeps calling out to you. And I keep hoping every day my love will be enough. But something in that saddle won't let you hang it up. Aren't you tired of the long nights? Just you and the moon. Can't be any trails left that ain't seen your boots. It's all I can do to hold on. Feels like I can't win. What's a cowgirl gotta do to ever rope you in? 'Cause something in the sunset you keep riding off into. Something in that prairie wind keeps calling out to you. And I keep hoping every day my love won't be enough. Something in that saddle won't let you hang it up. Something in the sunset you keep riding off into. Something in that prairie wind keeps calling out to you. Breaks my heart every day. My love just ain't enough. 'Cause something in that saddle won't let you hang it up. Won't let you hang it up.
That is brand new music from my good friend Taylor Hughes. She is from Nashville, Tennessee. We did a great radio interview that aired just a few weeks ago, and that is a brand new single. It is called Something in That Saddle. That is the first time I've got to play it on the radio tonight because it is actually officially released out to everybody today. Go get yourself Something in That Saddle from Taylor Hughes, and Taylor Hughes Music is where you can find her on social media. Well, just a couple of songs ago, I played I Love My Chevy Truck from Katie Lee Russell. How about my good friend Eddie Johnson up next? And he is also a Nashville recording artist. He's got a great song called Big Red Truck, and my Chevy truck happens to be red. Here we go on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Granddaddy was a blue-collar man, spent all his life just working with his hands. He dropped out of high school to work on cars. Bought the truck used back in '94, had a rusty tailgate and a dent in the door. But he fixed her up and he made that chrome shine. And we rolled down the highway singing George Jones. Couple good old boys just joking and carrying on. Some people say you can't buy happiness. That big red truck is the closest I'll ever get. Was the Some things are just picture perfect. And we rolled down the highway singing George Jones. Somewhere in between love and the middle of the road. Some people say you can't buy happiness. That big red truck is the closest I'll ever get. Well, it may not be a Cadillac or a mansion on the hill, but you can't replace those times and the way they made me feel. And we rolled down the highway singing George Jones. Couple good old boys just a joking and carrying on. Some people say you can't buy happiness. That big red truck is the closest I'll ever get. Yeah, we rolled down the highway singing them old songs. Couple good old boys just a joking and carrying on. Some people say you can't buy happiness. That big red truck is the closest I'll ever get. She still runs. Good old big red truck.
This is Nick Taylor, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best.
I lie awake in bed at night and let a love song hold me tight. I hold my pillow to my heart, and when it gets to the tender part, the radio is never far away, keeps me company every night and day. That's why I'm in love with the radio. She's in love. I'm in love with the radio, 'cause it reaches to my very soul. She's in love. I'm in love with the radio. I hear the song that I love best. DJ's playing my request, spinning all my favorite songs. They keep me smiling all day long. There's music everywhere I go, 'cause everywhere I go there's a radio. That's why I'm in love with the radio. I'm in love with the radio, 'cause it reaches to my very soul. I'm in love with the radio. In the morning when I wake, oh, what a difference music makes. I'll never have to spend the day alone. And that's why I'm in love with the radio. I'm in love with the radio, 'cause it reaches to my very soul. I'm in love with the radio. Now I'm in love with the radio. I'm in love with the radio, 'cause it reaches to my very soul. I'm in love with the radio. She's in love. I'm in love with the radio.
Me and her have that in common. I am in love with the radio as well, and thank you for helping me celebrate 14 years of the Tim Kelly Show being on the air on the internet. I started in radio back in the 90s and did some FM radio for a while, but then I found out a way to do this on the internet. Man, it's pretty cool, and boy, the people you meet because of radio and because of country music. Her name is Jolie. It is Jolee. Jolie's Music on Facebook, and she is a great artist from Canada, and I'm in love with your song, Jolie, as well. I'm also in love with this next song. We got Mom hanging out in the chat room over here on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. Her name is Vicky. Her son's name is Nick Taylor. The last name is Tayler, and his latest single out to radio is called You Can Hear Me Cry on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I close my eyes, but I know you're there. All the pain that I've had, all the sleepless nights that I've cried in the silence, I know you hear me cry. The world makes me weak, but you make me strong. In those nights that I lie there in pain, you hear me cry. You hear me cry. These scars, they'll fade. The pain, the suffering, the constant pain you'll take away. You'll heal me from this flesh and bone. The world makes me weak, but you make me strong. In those nights that I lie there in pain, you hear me cry. You hear me cry. I'll let these tears fall down my face, 'cause I know someday you'll wipe them away. I'll place my prayers in your sweet grace, 'cause one day I'll meet you there. The world makes me weak, but you make me strong. In those nights that I lie there in pain, you hear me cry. Lord, you hear me cry.
Taking off your Friday, turn it up, don't wait. Fresh tracks on the highway, yeah, it's sounding great. It's the Tim Kelly Show, New Music Friday, the best in new indie country coming your way. From small town bars to the big main stage glow, New Music Friday on the Tim Kelly Show.
Together, faith in each other, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm losing steam, view looks the same, not sure where I'm going with you. I'm living with the ghost of the man you used to be. I remember the way you used to look at me. Here I am, standing still,
still, going through the motions, praying like hell that we'll wake up from this dream and everything looks the way it was supposed to be. I wanna feel your love again. I miss my best friend. Hold me before it's too late. Hold me before it's too late. Hold me, is it too late?
She is making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. Her name is Melissa Matheson, and she is a great artist from north of the border in Canada as well. That song is called Hold Me, and I was hearing Hold Me Before It's Too Late. Well, I'll tell you what, you better come into the Tim Kelly Show before it's too late. We got about 27 more minutes to go, and I am still playing the best in new country music on the radio tonight. Kicking Up the Dust is the title of the next song. His name is Jake Harlan on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
Boots hit the ground, dirt flies high. Sky's burning red like a whiskey rye. The wind don't care, it howls and cries. We're kicking up the dust, kicking it high, running like a devil's right on by. Kicking up the dust till the stars collide. We're kicking up the dust, kicking it high, running like a devil's right on by. Kicking up the dust till the stars collide. Truck bed rattles, full moon glow. Radio humming, let it all go. The world's a blur, but we're in the flow. Wheels spin, hearts race, ain't no time to waste. We're kicking up the dust, kicking it high, running like the devil's right on by. Kicking up the dust till the stars collide. Kicking up the dust, kicking it high, running like the devil's right on by. Kicking up the dust till the stars collide. Fiddle sings and the gravel flies. Ties screaming through the countryside. Every mile's a memory that won't die.
This is Troy Cross, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday, live from Branson, Missouri, on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Yeah, I don't know what brought you into this dive, but it sure sounds like someone broke your heart. And drinking doubles is a dang good start. And you didn't know what else to do but sit right there on that stool talking to a stranger. Well, I've been there, I don't blame you. Can hang all night if you want to. You need someone, I got you. But I can't change your situation. Can't undo what's been done. Can't put his truck back in your driveway. Can't unkick up that dust. No, you're picking up the pieces tab. Keep on talking till the lights come on. Tell me how they got a good thing wrong. Some say nothing's free. Lord knows that a heartbreak don't come cheap. But tonight your drinks are on me. I can't change your situation. Can't undo what's been done. Can't put his truck back in your driveway. Can't unkick up that dust. Know you're picking up the pieces, and I can't help with that. But that bartender can fix your drink, and I can pick up the tab. That's what friends are for. We were strangers when we walked in, but we ain't anymore. I can't change your situation, can't undo what's been done. Can't put his truck back in your driveway, can't unkick up that dust. I know you're picking up the pieces, and I can't help with that. But that bartender can fix your drink, and I can pick up the tab. Can pick up the tab. That bartender can fix your drink, and I.
She is another great recording artist out of Nashville, Tennessee, but this week she was in San Francisco, California. My good friend Anna Scott. That is called Pick Up the Tab, her brand new single out to radio. Go pick up the tab on that one. Pick up that song, will you? Anna Scott Music is where you can find her on social media, and she does a lot of great stuff on TikTok. Be sure to go follow her over there at Anna Scott Music as well. This next artist was recently a special guest on my program. You can find our interview in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives at the top of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. His brand new single is called Hating Your Name, but I love his. It's Danny Spyro on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
The only word anybody knows, and I can't escape it. Right as the ink on this arm, and I can't erase it. Now the thought of it hurts like a Bourbon Street curse. The way that you said it when you first threw it my way. It used to roll off of my tongue, all I wanna write, be the whisper in the middle of the night, an echo in my head, a line in every song. First time I heard it, it's all I ever wanted to say. But lately I've been hating your name. Turn the movie off, cause the best friend had the same one. I even find myself correcting everybody when they're saying it wrong. When I hear the first letter, I hope it ends better than the one I used to love. Back when I let it roll off of my tongue, all I wanna write, be the whisper in the middle of the night, an echo in my head, a line in every song. First time I heard it, it's all I ever wanted to say. But lately I've been hating your name. Scratch it out the heart we carved out back. Wanna forget how you first looked so good with my life. Let it roll off of my tongue, all I wanna write, be the whisper in the middle of the night, an echo in my all I ever wanted to say. But lately I've been hating your name. Girl, it ain't sounding the same.
Kicking off your weekend ride, fresh tracks rolling in tonight. Turn it up, don't miss a song. This is where the new ones belong. It's the Tim Kelly Show, New Music Friday. The best in indie country, every Friday all day. Crank up the future of the sounds you love on the Tim Kelly Show, New Music Friday. Yeah, the Tim Kelly Show, New Music Friday.
Did you say my name? Did you say mama, mama? Can you say it? Mama, good job.
I warm my morning coffee up for the third time. Miss Rachel on the TV with their favorite nursery rhyme. Hot Wheels and little people under my feet. Baby's crying, it's pure chaos, but I don't miss a beat. I always knew that a 9 to 5 wouldn't suit me very good, but my hours are extended, that's just motherhood. I never knew this is what my 20s would look like, but they saved me before I had the chance to waste my life. Some days I wanna cry, run away and hide, but I'd worry about their every need. And when I'm overwhelmed and touched out, here they come climbing up on the couch, saying, Mama, can you open my string cheese? And I smile because I know meeting their needs fills my soul, and being their mama is who I'm meant to be. One day I'll be alone with a hot, fresh cup of joe, wishing that someone would just drop by. And I'll sit and reminisce times that I sure miss. Scattered toys and a baby on my hip. I thought finding peace in the quiet's what I wanted, but I'd give anything to go back to being needed. To those days I wanna cry, run away and hide, but I'd worry about their every need. When I'm overwhelmed and touched out, here they come climbing up on the couch, saying, Mama, can you open my string cheese? And I smile because I know meeting their needs fills my soul, and being their mama is who I'm meant to be.
Mama? No, Mama. No, Mama. Can you
Her name is Hannah Harper. She is from Willow Springs, Missouri, and she is on this current season of American Idol, and she is asking for your votes. Will she make it to number 1 and win it all? She is currently in the top 3, and that is a hit song right there that started it all, called String Cheese, Miss Hannah Harper. You gotta go get that song. You gotta get this next one. It is brand new music from my good friend Allie Ray. I'm gonna husband you up on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
First time he stayed a little longer and didn't leave like they all do. Said goodnight but kept on talking like he didn't want to. It was small, I almost missed it, but I felt it when I did. Got me thinking without thinking, like this might be something big. I'ma husband you up, I can see that white picket fence. You and me, yeah, it just makes sense. I can see me wearing your t-shirt, hear your heartbeat while I'm laying on your chest. You might not know it yet though, everything's kinda feeling like home. I'ma husband you up, I'ma husband you up, I'ma husband you up. He don't even try to be smooth, still he gets me every time. Saying things a little sideways, like he don't know what he's like. I be acting like I don't notice, but I notice everything. The way he pulls me a little closer, boy, you don't know what that means. I'ma husband you up, I can see that white picket fence. You and me, yeah, it just makes sense. I can see me wearing your t-shirt, hear your heartbeat while I'm laying on your chest. You might not know it yet though, everything's kinda feeling like home. I'ma husband you up, I'ma husband you up, I'ma husband you up. You be acting like it's nothing, don't you feel it too? I be trying not to say it, but I want to. We can keep it how it is, but we know where this is going. I'ma husband you up, I can see that white picket fence. You and me, yeah, it just makes sense. I can see me wearing your t-shirt, hear your heartbeat while I'm laying on your chest. You might not know it yet though, everything's kinda feeling like home. I'ma husband you up, I'ma husband you up, I'ma husband you up.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's Best.
If you think I'm gonna be like all the others before you met me, those other clowns, I've gotta warn you now, I'm gonna let you down. If you're sure it's gonna fall apart and you're only waiting for me to break your heart, thinking that's what love's about, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations, I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. If you're suspecting that I'm only here to whisper sweet words in your ear just for tonight, I've gotta tell you now, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations, I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced
I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down.
He is my good friend Lee Sims from Colorado, and that is a great tune. I love that one called I'm Gonna Let You Down. My name is Tim Kelly. I'm going to let you down just a little as well. That is going to do it for this week's edition of New Music Friday on the Tim Kelly Show. And I want to thank my special guest, Michael Hinton, with Talking Tractors, a great song in the KICR Songwriter Showcase. Go check it out on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Click the KICR Songwriter Showcase, and you can find Mike Hinton's player way down at the very bottom. He's one of the newest ones. And go check out more of TalkingTractors.com is the website as well. And I want to thank my good buddy Dave Edwards from Texas for being on the program tonight. And man, it's always great to catch up with artists that I've interviewed before in the past as well. You can catch me next week 3 times on the radio. I'll be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All times start at 7 p.m. Central. I'll be playing, of course, the best in new country music and more great radio interviews next week as well. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's free